Hello, I'm Jaynee from Messages from Heaven by Jaynee on YouTube. Let's talk today about Israel and terrorists. Okay, um, it's very hard to go after terrorists when they have dug tunnels and are located under schools, people's houses, playgrounds, hospitals. That's what Hamas has done. Hamas is not every person living in Gaza. It is not every Palestinian. Every Palestinian is not Hamas. Hamas is a terrorist organization, just like ISIS and what's the one? Oh, now I can't think of the name of the one. Hezbollah, the one in Nigeria who abducted all those girls who were never all gotten back. Their tactics are the same. Um, what I want to say is no matter what, Israel is not going to be able to kill every terrorist who abducted people, nor are they going to be able to kill every terrorist in the Palestinian area because they're not going to know who's the terrorist and who is not the terrorist. That's just how it is. Do the Palestinians and Israelis get along normally? Mostly, yes, they do. Um, most people are not religious extremists, most human beings. Um, as it happens right now, instead of, as in the Middle Ages, we had Christian extremists who went around killing anybody who wasn't Christian. We now have Islamist extremists. Um, they are, well, they're extremists just like any other extremist. However, um, they they can look like, well, actually, everybody in the Middle East kind of looks like everybody else. I mean, that's how it is. Um, I don't know what Israel is going to do, and because I'm a Jew doesn't give me any insight. I don't know. I don't know how to get out of this. I think what they're going to do is have a separate nation for the Palestinians, and I don't know why that would not be a good idea. Um, I think that if they vote to run their nation the way that Iran is, it will be a problem for people because people are not generally into all that stuff, like covering up. They're used to freedom as far as dress and behavior. Um, Same thing goes for Israelis. The Haredi, I don't know how you say the name correctly, are the extremists of the Jewish religion. Haredi, Hasidim, they're um, they vary from a little off to very off. Um, I mean, uh, okay, I don't have to go into what they do really, but they're religious extremists, and they dress like maybe 1890 as instead of today. Same thing with the Amish. Same thing with the some of the Muslims. Um, is it meant to keep women down? I think so. Um, Given a choice, would women dress that way? Not generally, no. Um, Women, like every other human being, want to be themselves and do become whatever they can. Um, let's talk about reincarnation. Uh, because you now are whatever you are, doesn't mean that you were in your last life or any other life. Because I'm psychic, I know that I was in my last life, I was a Polish woman um, who was a farmer. My parents owned a farm, and it was during the Second World War. I was about 44 years old, wasn't married, didn't have children. My parents took it upon themselves to have to take in some Jews because during the war they were being murdered, and my parents, I don't know who they actually took in, but they did take in people, and it was discovered by the Nazis, and we were all shot, we were all killed. Why am I here today? Why am I Jewish and a liberal and living in the United States? Because I wanted to know when I was dying, what is it about Jews? Who are they? What are they like? What do they think? And so now I'm finding out. I wanted to know if you have prejudice against Hispanics, I guarantee you in your next life, you will be Hispanic. If you have a prejudice against blacks, I guarantee you you're going to be black in your next life. Wherever you hate, you're going to be there because we ultimately we're really energy, and we occupy this meat. But the truth of us is that we are energy, and we are experiencing life to learn. Um, there are some of us who are newer souls, and you can maybe tell because the people they don't understand. They're kind of um, nowhere. They don't have any insight. I'm not sure that really can tell you very much because it's possible that they want to experience being that kind of person. When we are in our real life, which is being energy, we decide who and what we want to be. We decide whether we want to come back. Um, I don't. I really don't. You can learn on the other side. That is our true life. Um, Most people want to come back. It's easier to learn this way. I don't think so, but that's just for me. Um, my husband just said me too. Um, what did I want to say? Um, just that don't think that whoever and whatever you are now is is it. It's not. If you don't believe in reincarnation, that's fine. Go ahead. Uh, the majority of people don't. The majority of people do not believe in psychic experiences or anything. And that's just what they believe. Maybe it'll change later, maybe it won't. I understand the veil is thinning and that we will be experiencing more and more psychic adventures and seeing more spirits. Fine. I mean, I don't mind, but I don't know how other people will feel or if they will even recognize what they're seeing. Just remember that if you think there may be a chance of reincarnation, you are not always who and what you are right now. You probably were everything. If you are a wise person, believe you were everything because it's not smart, it's understanding and love, compassion. It's almost the more compassion and love you have is indicative of having lived many lives. Um, Now that I know I was Mr. O'Sullivan, I, I am so I am shocked. I'm more shocked than I was for a lot of other lives that I've remembered. That one really, it just blindsided me. You too. I don't care what your name was. You may you may find that you may hear a name and realize, oh my God, I was that person. I had that name. It comes to you differently in many different ways. Lots of stuff, lots of psychic stuff comes in ways that I couldn't explain. Just know that you were not always you. You weren't, you were everything. You've been Asian. You've been Indian. You've been a person from the islands. Everything. Um, and whoever you hate, that's your next life. Okay, this has been for entertainment purposes only. And if you have any questions or comments, either you can write to me right here or write to spiritsbyjaney@gmail.com. I do love doing this. I love doing readings, and I'm not having as much opportunity because my my guides who try to keep me on my path want me to do these explaining things to people. Um, so feel good, love yourself, and have a lovely evening. A good day tomorrow. Okay. Good night.